back to Veggies by EOS. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make healthy French toast. It's not the healthiest thing in the world you can make, but it's definitely decently healthy. Honestly, the only unhealthy thing about it is that you are going to use quite a bit of butter. Not a whole stick, but you are going to use quite a bit of butter. So keep that in mind. That's really the only part of it that is unhealthy. Before I begin, I'll go ahead and show you the ingredients that you'll need. So you will need 2 eggs. You can use any bread, but this is what makes it healthy. So I use Ezekiel bread. Just to list off some facts about it, it has no sugar at all, and it does have 5 grams of protein per slice, which is very good. There's also basically no fat or anything in here. I highly recommend getting Ezekiel bread. That is one of the main reasons why this is a healthy version of French toast. Or you could just use your favorite bread. You can make it unhealthy, do whatever you want. But yeah, I do like using healthy bread. Milk, I do use soy milk. I don't drink regular milk, but obviously you can use whatever milk you want. I already mentioned the butter. I don't have, that's the thing about me with cooking. I don't measure things out, so I actually have no idea how much of this we're going to use, so I guess we'll find out. But I am starting with a full stick, so we can see how much I have left at the end. The other 3 things you'll need is a little bit of salt, some cinnamon, and some just pure vanilla extract. Step 1 is to go ahead, crack 2 eggs into a bowl. Oh, of course I got some of the shell in there. Okay, this is the hot mess already. Oh, there's still some shell in it. I swear I'm usually good at cracking eggs. This is embarrassing. You'll want to go ahead and just mix up your eggs. I will put the instructions in the box below. I know I hate when I watch like food videos on YouTube and they don't have the instructions. So I'll go ahead and type out the instructions. But again, I use 2 eggs and I am going to make 2 servings. So if you want to make more than that, if you want to make 4 servings, just go ahead and double everything that I do. You could make 1 egg for 1 serving, but in my opinion, I'd rather just make 2 servings and then put half of it in the refrigerator for the next day. So that's what I like to do personally. You don't need very much salt, just throw some salt in there, mix that around. Okay, went ahead and turned my stove on and I'm gonna put some butter in the pan. I know that'll take a few minutes to melt. I genuinely don't know how much butter I use when I make this, so we'll find out. Also, I usually use vegan butter. I'll put a picture of my favorite vegan butter on the screen. The reason why I don't have any is I'm actually going out of town in a few days, and that's the one problem with vegan butter. I think you have to use it within like a month or 2, otherwise it can go bad. Probably not, but like the package says that. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy vegan butter and then leave. So that is the only reason why I'm using regular butter, but obviously doesn't matter as long as you have some butter. My friend Tyler, who is probably watching, will be happy that I'm using regular butter and not vegan butter, because he thinks vegan butter is disgusting, even though he's never tried it. That is my reason for using regular butter, just for Tyler. And here's the thing, when I told you that I don't measure things out, I really don't measure things out. So my next step is just add some milk. I don't really know how much, but we're gonna put some in there. I want to say that by putting the milk in, I about doubled how much liquid was in this bowl. You know, you can experiment. Sorry I don't have an actual amount. I literally never use measurements when I cook and everything turns out fine. I think that's good. Put that around. Some vanilla. Again, I don't measure things, so I just put in, I like vanilla, I put in a little bit of vanilla. I probably didn't put a teaspoon in, maybe a little bit less than a teaspoon if you want a measurement. There we go with our vanilla. Our last ingredient, actually I'm gonna put more butter in the pan. Okay, last ingredient is the cinnamon. This is something that typically is not in French toast recipes. Like if you Google French toast recipes right now, all the other stuff I included will be in it. But cinnamon is not, but I like the taste of cinnamon. It kind of clumps up a little bit, so you gotta make sure you really mix it in there. Actually, it looks really cool. Got our butter melting. Look how cool this looks. So honestly, this looks a little bit gross, but trust me, it's just because of the cinnamon. But I really like the taste of cinnamon. Just a tiny bit more. Finally, we're ready to make the French toast. So you can cut up your bread in 3 slices and 2 slices, whatever you want to do. I think I'm gonna cut mine in 3. And honestly, usually I just rip it, but I think for the video, I'm actually gonna get a knife and cut it. Let's make it look somewhat decent for the video. Kaya has arrived. I'm not making this for you. Camera can't even see you. Yeah, you can't have French toast. I dip it in there. I think most recipes say to leave it soaked for about a minute or so. You can look up recipes, they all say different things. I also believe some recipes will tell you to like let it dry out a little bit before you throw it on the stove. So I kind of just hang it up here. If there's anything dripping down, I take that off. Although this one's not wanting to come off. There we go. Honestly, maybe I could have used, oh no, okay. This is just getting thrown on. Kaya is pouting. Don't know why, she probably wants my French toast. By the way, I am on medium heat. I don't know if I mentioned that. Cutting another piece of bread. I've actually never really counted how many pieces of bread I've used for this recipe, so we're gonna find out. It is a little bit messy. You'll have to wash your hands a few times throughout this. You can either just cook one slice at a time so you don't get confused, or I have like 3 slices over here from my first bread, and now I'm starting to add pieces from my second bread. So if you do that, you just have to remember like what's what so that you don't burn anything or overcook anything. I'm gonna add some more butter, kind of get that going throughout here. And I'm gonna wash my hands. The rest of it is just cooking this, you know, flip it when you need to. This one right here is the one I flipped way too early, as you can tell. My little piece that fell, let's flip that little guy. This might be ready to flip. Oh, no. Ooh, that was good. Got some cinnamon on there. You know, I'm gonna turn it to closer to medium-high. I think I usually do use medium-high because it usually does not cook this slow. Pretty sure I usually use medium-high. I always burn things, so I don't wanna like overcook things, so sometimes I tend to put this on a lower setting just so I don't burn something. But yeah, that's really all it is to it. Obviously, once these are done, I will take these out from soaking and put those on, and I'll continue. I will update you with how many pieces of bread total I used. Update, definitely put it on medium-high, not medium, but they're cooking pretty well now. They look pretty good. First batch done, next batch cooking, and this was using 3 slices of bread. I do still have a tiny bit left, so I'll probably use another half a slice of bread, but I also realized it depends how much milk you use, so you might use less than 3 slices of bread, you might use 4, it kind of depends. This batch looks really good. Update, I actually did use another piece of bread, so I used 4 pieces of bread total. I am going to start eating this because it looks too good to just leave it there. I almost forgot to include the last ingredient. You need maple syrup. I do recommend getting organic, like actual syrup. If you look at the ingredients, it is just 100% pure maple syrup, organic. I actually, okay, not to throw my roommate under the bus, but like if you get Miss Buttersworth, the ingredients, first ingredient is high fructose corn syrup, and yeah, it just, Kaya's asking to come in right now. Okay. In my opinion, this is just a lot healthier, so I always buy the organic maple syrup, and I personally think it tastes better anyway. I should probably flip these. I've been talking. Oh, they're not that bad. I'm having difficulties. This is not easy to do with one hand. There we go. That looks really good. And that took a lot less time to cook rather than when they were on medium. I am going to eat this. I'm going to pour some syrup over it. That was really good. I just added a little bit more butter to the pan. Also, I got the hiccups because I get the hiccups when I eat too fast. And they're very violent, so I hope they stop. But in case you're wondering how much butter I used, just about 2 tablespoons. So that's not too bad. That's not horrible. They're not that unhealthy. I would consider these pretty healthy. Let me know in the comments if you would consider these healthy, or if you've ever made French toast, how do you do it differently? I think I'm going to finish this batch while I eat this batch and call it a day. And I finished my meal, and then I have my Tupperware, some leftovers. Those are all gonna go into the leftovers as well. So as you can tell, this definitely makes 2 servings. So again, 4 pieces of bread and 2 eggs, and the rest of the stuff I kind of just threw in there. Thank you so much for watching. If this is the first video of mine you've seen, I usually make videos about like vegetarian and vegan type foods. So subscribe if you're interested in that, and let me know if you want to see any other recipes, or if you want to see me try to make something else healthy that isn't really healthy. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.